So disaster almost struck for Hamzah Sheeraz. He starts off the fight very well. He was hurting Torres with his jab. Looked like a monster in there, and I was starting to believe the hype. The hype is that he's the UK version of Tommy Hearns. I wouldn't go that far, but I was starting to believe the hype. We might be seeing ourselves a new Jarrett Hurd, a new Paul Williams, Antonio Margarito, a guy that's really big that fights on the inside. Because the big difference between Hamzah Sheeraz and Tommy Hearns is forget elite level skill. But the big difference is Thomas Hearns would never fight on the inside. He could fight on the inside. You can go watch the Roberto Duran fight if you don't believe that. But he doesn't choose to fight on the inside like Hamzah Sheeraz does. He doesn't purposely give up his reach and fight on the inside like Hamzah Sheeraz does. And a lot of big guys do, like Sebastian Fondora does, like Paul Williams used to do, like Antonio Margarito used to do. They would give up their size, height, and reach and fight on the inside. Tommy Hearns was not like that. That's why I'm most surprised when people compare this guy and that guy to Tommy Hearns. I'm like, you guys know how he fights? He fights a lot like Lennox Lewis, but as a welterweight. Believe it or not. He fights a lot like Lennox Lewis. He was that, oh my God, it escapes my mind right now. What's the gym called? The Detroit gym. What's it called for Emmanuel Stewart? Oh my God. Just the Crunk gym. Tommy Hearns was the flag boy for the Crunk gym. He was that guy. He had that style. That's not how Hamzah Sheeraz fights. So let's get to the fight. First 2 rounds, he even hurt Torres really badly in round 2. Round 3 starts. Hamzah Sheeraz, let's go with a heavy jab, drops Torres. Torres seems hurt, watery eyes and everything. He gets up. Hamzah Sheeraz goes in for the finish. And down goes Hamzah Sheeraz. Man, oh man, a overhand right. It was a left hook, right hand combination. Drops him. And watching at that moment, I didn't think it was an actual knockdown. I thought he slipped or tripped or something. I'm like, oh, the referee's going to count that. But when they showed the replay, that was a clean 2-punch combination knockdown. And Hamzah Sheeraz, his knees were buckled and went down. It wasn't a flash knockdown. It wasn't none of it. He was buckled and it went down. Now, Hamzah Sheeraz survived the round. And later in the round, he went back to drop Torres again. So there was 3 knockdowns in that round. Round 4, it was just Torres moving around, jabbing, and outboxing. I thought he outboxed Shiraz. That was the first round where Torres won. He was down 30-26 going into round 4. And then round 5 was more of the same like round 4. But then Torres gets caught in the tail end of round 5, gets knocked out, gets up, moves on shaky legs. Referee waved it off. That's 4 knockdowns he got. Dropped, the referee had to stop it. So, Torres, if you guys don't know who he is, he's that guy that got robbed against Jose Benavidez Jr. in his last fight. Now, Hamzah Sheeraz, fighting like that, hunting your opponent when you have the huge reach advantage. This guy has long-ass legs too. He can just sit back, pop his jab out, just exactly like Tommy Hearns. Go on the side, sit back, and pop your jab up. When guys try to come at you, you let go with the right hand. Do exactly what Tommy Hearns used to do. He doesn't do it. That's not how he fights. He does have a good trainer, Ricky Funes, Mexican-American trainer. And it's better, in my opinion. I don't think it's an opinion. I think it's more of a fact. But I'm just going to say my opinion so I can show respect to all my UK viewers. It's better to be in American boxing gym. Not because American trainers or American boxing is better than UK trainers or UK boxing. It's just the environment here is completely different. In the UK, it's a nicer country. It's a more friendly country. Even the gyms, they're very friendly. This is what UK people say. I'm going off what they say. It's a very nice environment. It's a very calm environment. We're all friends. It's not the same in the United States of America. The United States of America is a very unfriendly nation. Yeah, obviously, if you go to the liberal cities, New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, it's nice over there. But most of the United States of America, it's very unfriendly, to be nice. I've lived my whole life in America, was born here, raised here, never stepped foot outside of America. And it's not a friendly country. Like, even when you go to a gym, it's always competition. There's always beef. No one likes you in the gym. You don't like anyone in the gym. Like, I used to box at an amateur level for a long time. From 12 to 17, I was boxing every day. And you go in there, you look to rip your opponent's head off, even in sparring. It's a completely different environment. Lots of rivalries come in from the same gym. So it's a very different environment over here. Everyone here has a gun. A lot of people every day get killed on the road rages. It's a different environment here. And that is a much better environment for a boxer. Many people like to see boxers humble and nice. It's not realistic. A boxer, the more vicious he is, the more cruel he is, the better he will become. And Hamzah Sheeraz, ever since teaming up with Ricky Funes, he has won his last 9 fights by knockout, which is highly impressive. Why? To be a good knockout puncher, you need to be ruthless. That's why you see more knockouts in the United States than you do see in the UK, especially these so many cards. 4 points, unanimous decision. It's not like that over here. Even though I don't think the talent pool, there's a big difference anymore. I think they're on the same level right now. Like, you guys got a guy like Lee Wood, very ruthless character. He knocks people out. You got a guy like Callum Smith who has all the power in the world, has a mean left hook. I know a guy that sparred Callum Smith before, and he has sparred Canelo Alvarez before. And he said Callum Smith probably hits 10 times harder than Canelo Alvarez. But Callum Smith is just such a nice guy. Like, he was sad when he knocked out Castillo. And the environment in the United Kingdom doesn't help you to become vicious. The people would have probably been mad at Callum Smith if he had celebrated after knocking out Castillo and Castillo was shaking and run like that. Where in the United States, you'll see guys celebrating, which is the norm. Over there, you got to be a class act. It's just 2 different cultures, 2 different environments. And I think for boxers, the environment over here is much better. You go into those Floyd Mayweather gyms, I've heard the stories, I've seen the videos. They don't spar. They get in the ring until someone gets knocked out. It's just a different environment here. It's not the same in the United Kingdom. Now, about Hamzah Sheeraz, with that style, who does he beat from the champions? So we got 3 champions right now. We got Janebek, holds the WBO. We got Charlo, holds the WBC. And we got Golovkin, holds the WBA and IBF. Who does he beat that way? All 3 of those guys would love it if you were coming at them. All 3 of them. They'd rather you try to find them than them try to find you. And I think all 3 of those guys probably knock out Shiraz within 5 rounds. Now, I think he'd have a much better shot if he moved back down to 154. And Frank Warren has a great relationship with the WBO. He tries to pick up the vacant WBO after the Charlo Horn fight, because I'm pretty sure Charlo's going to move up. I think that'd be a much better option, because he's not beating Janebek. Janebek picks him apart. Now, he picked up the WB silver in this fight. Charlo also picks him apart. That's my thoughts about Hamzah Sheeraz. Maybe he moves up to super middleweight and fights, what's his face? Also a Frank Warren fighter. Cannot remember his name for the life of me. He was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade. I don't know what's up with me today. I cannot remember the guy's name. He was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade. Fight get canceled last minute. He's not a known fighter. He hasn't beaten anyone of note. I don't remember his name, but probably you guys do. You guys probably know who I'm talking about if you guys watch UK boxing. Fight that guy for the Vicky WBO. I would actually favor Hamzah Sheeraz. At 160, 154, there's 4 guys the whole title is, and all 4 of them are vicious monsters. All 4 of them would easily take care of Hamzah Sheeraz, especially if he's not using his height and reach. Easily. Now, that's my thoughts. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it. Sadiq Boxing out.